and welcome to Awaken Your Human Design. My name is Moni.
And I'm Danny. So happy to be here, Moni.
So happy to have you. And today we're going to be continuing our Holidays and Human Design series. We're going to be talking about Memorial Day. So I think this will be really fun.
It's going to be good. You're going to give us a history, and I'm going to keynote some gates with you, and we're going to find out what this Memorial Day is all about.
Absolutely. So thank you to everyone who's watching, liking, and subscribing. It really helps us out. And let's get into it. So here we have Memorial Day, which lines up with gates 20, 34 in human design, as well as 16 and 9. Since Memorial Day moves around, it's basically going to be in one of these two oppositions. This year, it's at the end of the 20 and 34. So the Incarnation crosses at this time are going to be the cross of now, duality, and planning. And so this is a time of busyness and planning. So for the Incarnation crosses, these are people whose busyness serves the tribe, family, and community. And it's about finding fulfillment in business and industry. And then with duality, it's bargaining that creates bridging and mutually beneficial associations. And so it's kind of interesting because there's a lot of like combinations of like what Memorial Day is, right? So you have this one aspect of it, which is very patriotic, and it's about remembering the fallen and gratitude for service, which you can see with the people whose busyness serves the tribe, family, and community. And then also Memorial Day has this, party planning, summer is beginning. So you have like this cross of planning that comes in. And then it's interesting as well. You also have like Memorial Day sales, which is bargaining that creates bridging and mutually beneficial associations. So it's kind of interesting that Memorial Day has a lot of different aspects to it. And then the Incarnation crosses, the information actually works with all of those.
Well, Memorial Day has always been, it just as it relates to business, one of the jumpstart days to business. It memorializes also the start to the summer season in coastal towns, for instance, things like that. Everything that is summer sort of starts out with Memorial Day, if you think about it. And that's a very now thing. I mean, that's something that people take right into their now, and then they do want to plan with it. You take now, duality, and planning and put it all together. And to me, it seems like it creates this thing that we memorialize for both the beginning of summer, that whole starting of the season, right? That's going to grow everything. And the sacrifice of our brothers, because they lived in the now.
They served the tribe, family, and community. And that, as
Period.
you were saying, the sacrifice in the now.
Memorial Day in a nutshell.
The opposite of this time is actually Thanksgiving, and that's when it'll be the 34-20 and then the 9 and the 16. And it's kind of interesting because Thanksgiving also has this aspect of its gratitude. It's all about gratitude and remembrance in a way. So it's interesting that we have the 20, 34 and the 16 and 9 in this time of remembering the fallen, gratitude for service, as well as like busyness in industry and planning into summer and the bargains and the deals. And then on the flip side, it's Thanksgiving, which will have the 34-20, which also has remembrance, gratitude, also bargains and deals in its own way.
Totally. And fed in the family. Families fed. That's part of the bargain for both of these holidays. And by the way, Thanksgiving, remember why I came by? The reason that it was so much thanks was given was because they were all starving to death. We had plenty of fallen brothers and sisters from that as well. That whole process that brought us to the thanks for the giving of the land.
So it's just kind of interesting that there's a polarity there, that
Yep.
these energies play out. I have a little history bit. So Memorial Day in the United States began as Declaration Day after the Civil War to honor fallen soldiers by decorating their graves with flowers. The first large observance was held that year at Arlington National Cemetery across the Potomac River from Washington, D.C. First observed on May 30th, 1868, following General John A. Logan's call for a National Day of Remembrance. It initially focused on Union soldiers, but later included all Civil War dead. By the late 19th century, it became a widespread practice across the United States. After World War I, it evolved to commemorate all American military personnel who died in any war. In 1971, the Uniform Monday Holiday Act moved it to the last Monday in May, creating a long weekend. Today, it is marked by ceremonies, parades, and moments of silence, like the 3 p.m. national pause, while also unofficially signaling the start of summer.
And it brings on a beginning of parts of civilization, including parts of industry, and it brings on a lot of super duper busyness. Everyone is always busy getting ready for Memorial Day and having friends over, and you got enough stuff to cook on the grill or however that's going to work for you, and blah, 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 blah. I've never seen not busy Memorial Day.
Yeah, absolutely. There's
I've
always
never, right. I've seen less busy, Easters and even Thanksgivings in a way than Memorial Day because it's like a big crunch to get to this one weekend.
And it's like it sets off, like kicks off the busyness of summer because like summer carries that busyness. There's stuff to do. It's warm. It's this. You got to get it in while the weather's nice. Like it kind of like is like the go domino falling of the busyness that then ramps up through all of summer.
Absolutely. So, I mean, these two crosses and these two polarities go together really well. The
Yeah,
24 and the 34, 16, 19.
yeah. I thought it was a really fun, another holiday that I was like, I don't know if it'll have anything. And then I look it up and it's like, wow, this is oddly fitting for the combination of energies of what Memorial Day is about because it has so
Oddly is
many.
right. Yeah, because if someone said, okay, pick some stuff for Memorial Day, I don't know that I would have come up with this. I don't know what I would have come up with because nothing's standing out to me at this moment. But now that we've gone through all of this, I recognize the busy of right now is fully being empowered after war and the memorializing of all those who had fallen, which is a pretty big deal. It's a sacred deal. I mean, can't make light of that. That's a powerful thing to do. So we kicked it off with tons of power. The Phoenix, basically. This is the spirit of the Phoenix rising, memorialized by the day, and then planned out like there's no tomorrow. Bam.
Perfect. Enjoy your Memorial Day. Enjoy your picnics and barbecues and parades. And thank you to all the soldiers out there, all the veterans out there. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your long
Thank
weekend
you.
and happy summer.
Yeah. Thank you to all of our veterans and soldiers and everyone who is in this whole thing. Thank you.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.